All right, guys, here again in Agora Hills. This is the Complete Home Remodel project you guys have been checking out. This is the customer. This is a quick interview. I thought it'd be really nice to have something for other customers to kind of get some feedback on truly how the process went and what the experience was really like. So we'll just kind of ask Aaron some questions and we'll go from there. How did you feel? What were you looking for in a contractor? And how did you feel about the contractor you found? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, so to be honest with you, I actually didn't want to hire a contractor. In doing past work, I try to manage it myself, get specific people to do specific jobs and tasks and knock it out that way. You hear all these rumors out there, if you hire a general contractor, the price is just going to go up and it's not going to be worth the cost. But with the scope of this project, I knew that I needed help. And so I wanted a contractor that I could rely on, that was going to be transparent, that was going to be communicative and responsive. And I actually looked for, a contractor for a while before I met you and I found you and interviewed a lot of people, but bringing contractors through here, giving me ballpark prices that were just crazy brackets, telling me they would open up a ceiling and look and see inside and then give me a price from there, just things that you don't want to hear. But you showed up, you went into the attic with me on day one, called your engineer on the spot, made sure that lifting the ceiling in certain parts of this house was possible. Your quote was, not the highest, not the lowest, and it was just transparent. There was a breakdown of what things were going to cost. So we felt very confident when we picked you, and obviously, given the end result, we're happy that we did.
Awesome. In terms of as you guys obviously have experienced now going through a project of this size, in your opinion, when doing a project of this size and everything, what do you think was one of the key features that you're happy about, knowing that obviously, no matter, as we know, we had a little bit of food snags on the way. The project didn't go 100% smooth. We're hiring people. I'm not the guy that's doing all the work, obviously.
Right.
So some of the people that came in did some poor work and things had to be redone, or even worse cases of stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of when hiring a contractor to do a project of this size, what do you think was really important and a key feature to how the end result came out?
Yeah, of course. I mean, most things went smoothly and went according to plan, right? But we did have issues. We did have things pop up because what I didn't realize going into a project of this size is you have multiple crews doing multiple jobs and tasks at the same time. And so sometimes there's in communication between those crews and there's a mistake made. But the key thing that you always want is a contractor who you can reach, who's going to respond to you, and who's going to own things when they don't go according to plan, right? Because as a customer, that's the scariest part about putting money on the line for a remodel or an upgrade or whatever it might be. And so it was comforting that when I texted or called you, you either immediately picked up or text me back, or you'd call me back 20 minutes later, sometimes apologizing for the delay, which was always comforting to me because I could always reach you. I could explain to you what was going wrong, if there was something going wrong, and we would address it almost immediately.
Do you feel that you were, do you feel that at the end of the day, you were like what would be called a picky customer, an easygoing customer? How do you feel in terms of a customer?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair question. I'm a pretty picky customer just because I'm a very specific guy. I feel like I will give you a fair chance to do your job. I feel like I did that, but in terms of knowing what I want and what I expect that end product to be, that's how I am. But what was really, inspiring to me was that there are a couple, big tasks on this home that we didn't love the way the work came out, and you redid it for us, and it didn't cost us $1.
Yep.
So I don't know a lot of contractors out there that are going to look at something that's done and say, well, okay, you don't like how it came out, so we'll redo it and we won't charge you. There was some, workmanship issues with some of it, but a lot of it was just kind of like aesthetically it didn't turn out. And, the fact that you were willing to step up and help us redo the work so that it came out exactly how we envisioned it is huge.
Yeah.
That's why I recommend you to all our friends and family now.
And after our experience, both of us now knowing, I think one of the biggest things and key things that both of us learned is when both taking on a project, meaning me even as the contractor, setting expectations correctly or making sure to understand the customer's expectations and seeing how realistic with the budget that you've set, right? Because a lot of the things here was we were talking budget. We were trying to do this on a budget friendly. And as you guys see, this project doesn't look like it's very budget friendly. So, I mean, you know, having all these custom features and all these details definitely take a lot of time and a lot of money. But I think, you know, at the end of the day, we both learn expectations is one of the biggest things. And that's one of the things you guys can definitely rely on now, knowing that when hiring us, we're definitely going to figure out your expectations and set the right budget for it. And I think that at the end of the day, all the projects that you've referred to us are going very smooth, and thank you very much for continuously referring.
Of course.
We're doing his brother's house, as you guys know. There's one of the projects. It's actually in Nashville, so the Nashville project with the room addition, that's his brother. And yeah, so I mean, things are going great. I hope you guys give us a call when you guys need some quotes. We're here for the bigger projects, all these complete home remodels, room additions, things like that. When you need someone that really knows what he's doing and has integrity, we'll be here. And just let us know, give us a call.